Andy Clemenshire claimed he had sexually assaulted her multiple times when she was a child. After Clemenshire had come forward, Morris made a confession of sorts 2 days before his resignation, telling the Christian Post that he engaged in inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady. That is not a young lady.
Oh my
12
God.
is not a young lady.
No.
Do not say young lady.
Oh my
Quote,
God.
it was kissing and petting and not intercourse, but it was wrong, he said.
Oh my God.
In 2005, Morris attempted to keep Clemenshire quiet about the alleged assault, according to a phone call transcript obtained last year by NBC News. NBC also reported that in 2007, a lawyer for Morris blamed Clemenshire for the alleged abuse, which Clemenshire says occurred more than 100 times over 4.5 years. Now, by the way, let me go out on a limb and say this. When you have a story like this, it is never, ever, 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 ever just one person. It's one that happened to come forward, but I guarantee you there's like 84 of them who are sitting back, watching this going, okay, now I can come out and tell my story now because of what happened.
Yeah. Well, and this guy, I mean, obviously is holding himself out as some beacon of morality as the head of this megachurch, and then has inserted himself into politics in many ways, including apparently in 2017, he was tapped by Governor Greg Abbott of Texas to help support the so-called bathroom bill that sought to ban transgender people from using their preferred bathroom, in part by arguing it would allow children to be sexually abused.
Oh, it's always the case. This happens all the time. How many? There was another example of something like this. Some massive Trump supporter, like, a few months ago, this came out. That same thing, saying, oh, these trans people are grooming the kids and these public school teachers are grooming the kids, and boom, got caught. Same thing. Child sex crimes. It's like, it really is an example of, like, what's the saying? The silent sinners scream the loudest. Where, yeah, like they're pointing the finger everywhere else.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's like, it's like that dude, I covered this story this week, that dude who proposed a bill to repeal gay marriage, also proposed a bill to ban porn, but then you just look at the picture of the dude, and you're like, homie, we all see it. We know your browsing history's wild, dog. This guy seems like he's like a closet case.
Yeah.
Right? And so, it's just, I can't handle this anymore. And then the other thing is, they went on like a crusade recently, the Libs of TikTok stuff, where one of their whole political arguments is like, the left-wingers are groomers and pedos and sex criminals and perverts, right? Like that. Like Libs of TikTok dedicated an entire year to making those arguments and singling out people in many instances who weren't at all sex criminals. But then we get, 412 stories of the hardcore MAGA people or evangelical Christians who are, and mum's the word.
Yeah. Well, and also, I mean, you also have the whole situation where Jeffrey Epstein has become, and getting the Epstein files has become like a cause celeb on the right. And they just conveniently ignore that Epstein said that Trump was his bestie for a decade and is personally on the flight management. I mean, there's some stuff we already know, right?
Yeah, on 7 times.
Yeah, multiple times. And obviously there's pictures with him and whatever. And they're like, I'm so sure the Trump administration is going to reveal everything about this guy. And it's like, sure. I mean, who are you kidding? They just ignore it when it has to do with their own people.
It's wild. He was on the jet 7 times, and we learned that Trump and Melania first had sex on the Lolita Express.
That is so crazy.
The other thing we learned is Trump likes to blackmail his friends into letting him fuck their wives.
Yes.
So he cucks his friends. And the way he does it is he'll call the wife of his friend, have it on speakerphone, and he'll be talking to his friend like, if you want to have a good time, I got this beautiful woman coming tomorrow. Meet us at the hotel room. It'll be amazing. And the friend will be like, oh, yeah, that sounds great, man. I'll be there. And then he's like, hey, asshole, I got your wife on the phone here. Like, now she knows the type of person you are. And he would blackmail them into letting him fuck their wives.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he is a fucking
that is
pervert.
Twisted.
He's a disgusting, disgusting man. And remember, Jeffrey Epstein is the CEO of Elite Sex Crimes Incorporated. Like, his jet is the pedo jet, right? But like you said, it's all... For Trump, he just gets a pass.
Right. And instead, they're all running around like, oh, Pam Bondi has betrayed us. It's like, never Trump's fault. He's the one who was friends with this dude for a decade. Although I will say Pam Bondi was like AG of Florida during some of the time when it would be relevant.
That's
so
right.
It's not like her hands are clean here, but I'm just saying.
That's probably why she was picked. That's probably why she was picked. And also there was the story
That's
about...
true. That could actually have something to do with
Trump's fraud with his university. he was being charged,
Yeah.
and he donated to Pam Bondi, and Pam Bondi dropped the charges.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all corrupt. But before we get off this story, I just have to remind everybody the insanely long laundry list of the people on the right who've been caught in such activities. Take a look.
The stunning political scandal that is rocking Capitol Hill. Republican Congressman Mark Foley abruptly resigned Friday after questionable emails he sent to a teenage boy.
Dennis Hastert convicted of a financial crime, part of a scheme to mask something more egregious, his molestation of children.
Hush money used to pay a man who says Hastert sexually abused him when he was 14 years old.
There are now 5 former Ohio State wrestlers accusing Republican Congressman Jim Jordan of knowing about a team doctor's alleged sexual misconduct.
43 men who say they were sexually assaulted, abused, molested, or harassed by Dr. Richard Strauss.
George Nader. His criminal history included multiple convictions for child pornography and child molestation.
This morning, a judge sentenced Ralph Shorty to 15 years in prison. Police caught Shorty in a hotel room with a then 17-year-old boy.
Roy more defiant as more accusers step forward, alleging sexual misconduct.
This is the shopping mall where some say it was common knowledge and not a big secret that Roy Moore would flirt with teenage girls when he was in his 30s.
One accuser says that Moore initiated a sexual encounter back in 1979 when she was just 14 years old.
The new charges against Joel Greenberg.
Sex trafficking of a minor and stalking a political opponent.
Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz allegedly having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl.
Investigators examining whether he, quote, violated federal sex trafficking laws.
Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls.
I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
So they call that pedocon theory, Crystal.
And the theory is what?
That they're pedos.
Lay it out for me.
An obnoxiously large percentage of them are pedos, and they also scream that the other side are pedos.
Right. It's every accusation is a confession.
Right.
That's what it boils down
That's what
to.
it is.
But yeah, I mean, the number of these people who hold themselves down as the highest most moral virtue and who will lecture everybody about what is proper morality, and this guy inserting himself in politics with the anti-trans bathroom bills. Oh my gosh, we must protect the children, and then lo and behold,